Hello and welcome to the advising video for the TCU in London-Westminster semester program. In this video, we will discuss the broad strokes of the program, including course information, housing, costs and scholarships, and how to apply. We are starting this advising session on the TCU Global Study Abroad homepage, which is studyabroad.tcu.edu. As you can see, there are tabs for semester programs, short programs, advising, resources, and health and safety. I would strongly encourage you to check out this website in its entirety to see all of the information that is available, including things on financial aid, frequently asked questions, and life abroad. I'm going to select semester programs, which will show then all of the available TCU semester abroad programs, and then I'm going to click on London-Westminster. This opens up our London-Westminster page that has so much important information that I'm going to be referencing as I walk you through this program. So our London-Westminster program is one of our flagship semester programs. It's one of our oldest programs, and it's one of the two we offer in London. We have been sending students to the University of Westminster for about 2 decades at this point. So with this program, students live in flats. They take classes at the University of Westminster, which is an urban university right in the heart of London proper. Westminster offers a wide array of courses with focuses in business, communication, criminal justice, computer science, life science, and liberal arts, among others. While Westminster students attend the University of Westminster, they are supported by Accent Global while in London. Accent provides housing, health and safety, and emergency support to students. They also have a study center where students can go 5 days a week to have study space, print things out, talk to other students. There's a lot of things available for them. So we're going to shift down to here where you can see all of these lovely program details. And I'm going to start by talking about courses. Students enroll directly in classes taught by Westminster faculty, and they study alongside British and other international students. At Westminster, every class, which they call a module, is worth 4 TCU credit hours. So generally, TCU students participating in this program either take 3 classes and come home with 12 TCU credit hours, or 4 classes and come home with 16 TCU credit hours. You can access the course catalog by clicking this link right here. So if you click this link, it's going to open up a new page. Just scroll all the way until you see study abroad classes, and then choose what you want to look at. So if you're a business student, you can select this, and you'll see they've already got this fall's and next spring's course catalogs available for you to look at. Semester 1 is the fall term and semester 2 is the spring's term. Generally, they post their course catalogs for the entire year in March, and you can use the current course catalog even if you're thinking of going next year and 2 years as a guide for what they generally offer. Courses taken at Westminster are considered residency credit at TCU, which means they appear on the TCU transcript and are factored into the TCU GPA. Taking courses as residency credit means that students are able to use the courses at Westminster for upper level, major, minor, TCU core, or general elective credit. Now, one of the cool things about the University of Westminster program is that students also have the ability to participate in 4 credit internships. Westminster has internships in a variety of fields. This internship functions as a class with grades appearing on the TCU transcript. So as one of their modules or classes, internship students take professional and personal skills development, which is an academically assessed class designed to enhance a student's internship work experience. Interns work 20 hours per week for 12 weeks. And please note that while they will do their very best to place you in an internship, internships at Westminster are not guaranteed. If a student is interested in doing the internship, they would need to apply specifically for the Classes Plus internship program, which I'll show you when we talk about the application. Now, here's one thing to note. If you do decide to participate in an internship, Interns are required to apply for a visa. If you're just taking classes as a United States citizen, you do not have to have a visa to study abroad in the UK. But if you are going to do the internship, you are required to apply for a visa, which is going to cost approximately $600. And Westminster will be your guide as you apply for your visa. As part of the application, students have to have their London courses, their Westminster courses, submitted for approval through our online course approval process. If you click here, you can access a video that walks you through the process, showing you the instructions and how it works. Semester students are required to submit at least 8 courses through the online system. And generally, TCU Global will run course advising sessions before the application deadline to assist students with selecting courses and navigating the online approval process. And this link right here, that's what it'll access when we have group advising. If you click on here, you'll be able to get assistance with those courses. Okay, we're going to shift out of courses now. We're going to talk about housing. Students in the London-Westminster program are required to live in housing provided through TCU. They are able to request one TCU roommate. They must be a mutual request, so you have to request each other. Housing options vary per semester by location and amenities, but generally our Westminster students live in residential flats or apartments provided through TCU and Accent. They're generally going to be living with other TCU students, although sometimes numbers require students to live with other Accent students as well in central London. These flats include, for the most part, fully furnished kitchens, washing machines and dryers, Wi-Fi, central heat, security, as well as all kinds of other things. Meals are not included, and the location can change pretty much each semester because it's always going to be dependent on kind of number. Sometimes we will even ask students to rank their preferences. Other times they'll just be assigned. And of course, any damages that are posted, any damages to the housing that you are living in are posted to your TCU account, just like if you were living on campus. So when it comes to program dates, the London academic year is very, very different than a TCU academic year. So as you can see right here, the fall semester is much shorter, right? So we're talking a mid-September start and a mid-December end. So it is about a month shorter than a TCU fall semester. And the spring semester is a little bit longer than a TCU spring semester. So as you can see in spring 24, the program will start on January 11th. Classes beginning on the 22nd of January, and then the program ending on May 25th. So it is going to end later than a TCU semester. That start date, so either September 16th or January 11th, is when all students are required to be in London. And that end date, so December 16th or May 25th, is when all students are required to depart. When it comes to the cost of the program, students are charged 2 things: a program fee and TCU tuition, and these are going to be charged to the TCU student account. The TCU tuition is exactly the same as on-campus tuition, as you can see here, same amount as if you were here on campus in the fall or in the spring. And typically students with existing financial aid, so loans, grants, scholarships during the year, can apply that to the semester they're going abroad. The program fee includes your housing, it includes some activities, and it also includes your in-city transportation card or Oyster card for the London Underground and the buses. The program fee is different for each semester. As you can see, in the fall, it's $8,600, and in the spring, it's $11,500. And the big reason for that is because of how much longer the spring semester is than the fall. So that's the big difference. Now, all students are eligible to apply for financial aid, specifically the TCU International Studies Award. This is a scholarship sponsored by TCU Global. It's generally going to be your best option to get some additional aid towards your time abroad. The scholarship application for this award can actually be found within the program application. There are also other scholarships you may be eligible for. I encourage you to click this link and go to our scholarships and aid page to see what else might work for you. The final thing to discuss is the application itself. I'm going to go over the program's eligibility requirements to start. We have 4 eligibility requirements for the London-Westminster program. They require a minimum 2.0 GPA, although petitions may be considered. If you are planning on taking any courses at the Harrow School of Media and Arts and Design, they require a 3.0. We require at least 2 semesters in residence at TCU at the time of application. We require good academic and disciplinary standing at TCU and a valid passport, which means it will not expire until at least 6 months after your return. If you are wanting to go abroad soon, so maybe next semester, like spring 24 semester, and you do not have a passport, or you know your passport needs to be renewed, I would strongly encourage that you begin that renewal or application process now and get it expedited, because we are seeing the State Department's passport processing times are very, very long, and you will have to have this in order to go abroad. So please make sure you've started that process if you do need a passport. Now, if you meet those 4 eligibility requirements, the application process is quite straightforward. Spring applications typically open late June, early July. Fall and academic year applications open in late January. Right here is the, if you click here, you'll open up the TCU-In London-Westminster brochure, where you'll see a big purple Apply Now button. Once you click that, you can begin the application itself. It's almost completely online and made up of different requirements like questionnaires, signature documents, and videos. Please note that one of the steps in the application is to submit courses for approval through the online system. You are only able to do so once the course catalog for that term has been posted, so you may see that you do not have access to that section when you start your application. It will be updated once we have the course catalog, but that would be the reason why you wouldn't be able to see it. Now, you'll also need to apply directly to Westminster. They have an online application. You'll create a new application, identify yourself as a TCU student, and then apply. There are 2 different applications. The study abroad application is classes only, and then the study with internship application is classes plus internship. As you can see right now, the spring 2024 application has not opened, which is why these links are not clickable. Once they are, you'll be able to access them. You can also access the application link directly through the program application as well. In terms of deadlines, the spring deadline is generally September 15th, unless that's a Saturday or a Sunday, with a second deadline at the end of September for programs with spaces available. For the fall and academic year programs, again, the deadline is typically March 15th, unless it's on a Saturday or a Sunday, with a second deadline at the end of March for those programs with spaces remaining. The TCU-In programs are very popular, so we strongly recommend you aim to submit your application by the first deadline, that March 15th or September 15th deadline, to give yourself the best chance for your first choice program. Admission to programs is done by lottery. It is not first come, first serve. Instead, TCU Global takes all the applications that have been submitted by the deadline and puts those in a lottery to determine admission. Lotteries are only used when programs have more applicants than spaces. So for example, if we had 30 spaces in the London-Westminster program and 20 completed applications, everybody would be admitted. Conversely, if we had 30 spaces and 40 applications, we would have to do a lottery. The program application asks for a second and third choice program, so please make sure you are selecting programs you actively want to participate in. To wrap up, this session provided you a broad overview of the TCU-In London-Westminster program. If you have any questions, please email studyabroad@tcu.edu. You can see our emails right here, as well as our office phone number. You can also attend an info session, which will be starting as school starts back up. Thank you so much for watching, and we really hope to see an application in from you soon.